On here at the Chicago Stadium in the final game of the Canada Cup. We have a special guest for you between the first and second periods, and Mike Richter, little different position for you, sitting on the bench. Good seat, I suppose, to watch your Team USA lead 3-1. Give us some of your thoughts of the first period.
Well, Coach Taylor said that we wanted to come out strong and keep the disciplined habits we had built in the first 4 games here going, and I think so far we did that. We were outshooting them by quite a large margin, but Finland's an explosive team, like we were talking about earlier. They can put the puck in the net, so we have to play another 40 minutes and play it seriously, or else we can still lose this game.
Mike, the coaching staff told me that somewhere during this Canada Cup, you, the goaltender at the time for Team USA, would have to single-handedly pull out a game for the team. Did you know anything about that?
Gee, you didn't let me in on that one. But actually, as a goaltender, you understand that you have a pretty important position with the team. I really do believe that we'd win and lose as a team, and so far we've been playing well together. But you know, as a goaltender, you can have a direct bearing on the outcome of a game. So I fully intend, as does most goalies here, I'm sure, to go into each game and do everything I possibly can to keep the other team off the scoreboard.
Mike, could you skate us a little bit through some of your thoughts in the game against the Soviets, which was just a brilliant game by you and, of course, your teammates?
Well, I think that we went into that game realizing that they're a beatable team, and more than anything, I think we've been developing confidence in ourselves. We stumbled a bit against Canada. We realized we didn't play a full 60 minutes there, and we wanted to come out and play hard every shift against the Soviet Union. They're an explosive team as well, and there's nobody in this tournament that we could come in and decide that we're going to give half an effort and come away victorious. So. We really played well in both ends of the ice. We had an advantage being in this rink here in Chicago. There's a small neutral zone, and it did not give them a chance to use their speed. So that helped us, but I really think we dug in and played a darn fine game at both ends of the ice.
Now, you've shared goaltending duties with John Van Beesbrook. We all know, of course, or most people know of you and John with the New York Rangers. Any special thoughts about not playing in this particular hockey game?
No, the coaches came and talked to me and wanted to let me know Johnny was playing, and I have no trouble with that. I have a lot of respect for Johnny as a player and as a person. He's been playing well throughout camp, and he deserves an opportunity to go in there and play. As for whether either of us will be ready to play Wednesday night, it makes no difference to me. I'll surely be able to go Wednesday night whether I play tonight or not.
Mike Richter, we want to thank you for taking time out and sharing some of your thoughts with us. Good luck, continued success.
Thank you very much, Eddie.
Mike Richter has been our guest here between periods. You're watching the Labatt Canada Cup 91.
Score of 3-1. Let's take you to Quebec City. Get an update of the game between Team Canada and the Soviet Union. Don Chevrier and John Davidson.
Here is Gretzky beating Larmer, and his shot was blocked right in front. A minute 10 left in the Soviet penalty. Team Canada looking for the go-ahead goal. They have come back to tie it in the first. Larmer shooting, and a great stop by Shalenkov. Here's Coffey getting set, winding, relaying it for Larmer. He's got Gretzky on the other side, in behind the Soviet net. Lindros parked just out in front. The pass too far for Gretzky, back for McInnes. 48 seconds left of the Soviet penalty. Coffey now skates down near the net, dumps it out in front, cleared away to the far corner, but Gretzky takes charge there. And it's through McInnes.
Don, the Canadian power play really spreading out in the offensive zone, trying to draw the Soviet penalty killers out. It's not quite working. Those penalty killers are staying in that box tight.
They broke out, the Soviets did, and almost sent Lomakin away home free. Now Gretzky at center ice, a long shift for him. 20 seconds of the penalty remain. Coffey going in, shooting. Big save by Stalinkov. And number 8 for the USSR. Tatarinov comes up to the blue line, lets his shot go, and it's turned aside by Billy Renfrew. Robitaille leaving it in behind the net. Just a second left now as the Soviets have killed this penalty successfully. Vladimir Malikov is back on the ice. Change made down the right side comes Kovalenko. He scores! 2-1 for the Soviet Union.
Soviet Union with their penalty killing, led by their goaltender. Stalinkov with a couple of fine saves led to some even strength play, and you'll just see a shot here as the puck was turned over at the blue line. There you see Kovalenko coming down, and he just snaps it through Ranford's legs. Canada got caught at the Soviet blue line, trapping some players. Kovalenko just snapped it. May have ricocheted off the stick of Steve Smith, I'm not sure, but it's 2-1 for the Soviet Union. The second time they have led in this game.
It's an unassisted goal, 2-1 for the Soviet Union, coming up on 8 minutes here in the second period at the Colisée in Quebec City. So for the second time now, the Soviets have had the lead tonight. Stalinkov playing it around to the corner. Graham for Team Canada onto the far boards. Number 15 is Victor Gorjek. Right in front of his own goal area to Alexei Zitnik. Now here is Filimonov. Makes the pass to Korolev inside the line. Canada failing to clear. Soviets maintain the pressure in the zone. Here's Graham now losing his stick on a cross-check attempt of the Soviet attacker. Korolev, he gets tied up in the corner, and they finally clear the zone.
It almost looks like Canada wants to hit so bad that they're going out of their way to hit the Soviet players, and that could trap people.
Now here's a chance going right in, and cut down by Desjardins was Prokop.
Penalty shot, Don. Penalty shot coming up.
Great chance for the Soviets to come on a penalty shot awarded by referee Paul Stewart. Vitaly Prokhorov was in home free when Eric Desjardins had no choice but to try to get a hold of him somehow and deter him, and he did. But it's going to cost.
Well, he does not get the shot. It's a clear breakaway. Desjardins trips him up, getting the feet, not the puck, before the shot was taken. And it looks like we'll see it again. It's a clear-cut breakaway. Desjardins trips him before the puck is shot, and that necessitates the penalty shot. So with a 2-1 Soviet lead, even though Mark Messier is now on the ice complaining, we will have a penalty shot here. It will be Prokhorov, pardon me, who was standing near the blue line all by himself. He prepares for this shot. Most European players love to go on the backhand.
And here he goes, lining it up at center ice on Billy Ranford, and he shoots it wide.
Players that play in Europe, finesse players love to move in and go to the backhand, and that's exactly what happens here. I think the hand it's tipped, it's given away. One hand on the stick, the puck's in front of the player, so it automatically means it's going to be a deke and not a shot, and that was a deke.
So the story in Quebec, you're updated. Here, Team USA leads 3-1, and we'll be back for the second period in a moment. This is the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup.